Welcome to Karmic Dynasty. I'm excited, y'all. I am not here at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm here 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time-ish because I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I got fumbled and was fumbling because Frankie is here. She here. Some of y'all know her as Fallon. Some of y'all know her as Tureal Tarot. Right now, because I'm still excited, I'm going to calm down. I'm going to have her come up here and introduce herself. And, of course, welcome to Karmic Dynasty.
What? Divine Autism Ascension. I appreciate you for having me. I'm so excited as well. It's been a long time coming for us to do this. So, for all who don't know me, I am Frankie or Frankiestylez3711 Styles with a Z, 3711 LLC. My niches are making jewelry and doing tarot. So I appreciate this platform to be able to share what I know with you, as well as sharing what you know with me as well.
So. All right, I must. Okay. Oh, welcome to Karmic Dynasty. I'm honored. This is an honor. I'm over here just, I'm not even attempting to calm down. I'm holding this right here, if not an increase of energy. Y'all must know this woman right here. You just must know her. And you don't know her, this is your opportunity. I need y'all to know, okay? Go over to her YouTube channel and check her out and subscribe. All right, and learn more about her. Just go learn at your own pace is what I'm gonna tell you, because you know I have my pace and I run about some Frankie. Okay, don't play with me. All right, first I'm doing acknowledgments, acknowledging Seba, Khepra, Ptah for streaming to your platforms. I welcome your audience from over there. Welcome to Karmic Dynasty. I appreciate y'all tuning in to hear about Frankiestylez3711 LLC and her channel, her YouTube channel. Go over and subscribe, check out them videos and see what she got going over there. She got a reading for you. She got something in there for you. I seen some things in there for me. I was like, oh, she reading me. Does she know me like that? Is she fuck? She is over here talking about me. Y'all go over and check her out. Also, she has the jewelry. You know what? The disrespect. She has the jewelry, y'all. Get some. She'll handcraft, hand make you one. I'm taking this. This is disrespect. I'm wearing somebody. Disrespect. Karmic Dynasty, don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. All right. So she has her. She gonna tell y'all about her. I have known Frankie Styles 3711 for years now. And I'm not good with beginnings sometimes. So maybe she could tell y'all how we came to beginnings. I'm gonna tell y'all, me and her, we've been in public. So this ain't no joke. We didn't just meet yesterday and we up here. We've been done established this. It's been done. I've had my jewelry from her, the necklace and the earrings, and the most adorable greeting card, the thank you cards. Oh my dear, I think I got it right here. I'm gonna go look and check, but I think it's right here. Because I keep things that mean a lot to me right close by. And if it's not, then it's with the jewelry. So I'm gonna check that out. This is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to hear and listen real closely and see what she offering. I promise she got something for you. Figure it out and let her know. Also, yeah, so Frankie has been spotlighted on Karmic Dynasty before, and in the Women's and Children's Business Expo, because I have my time of doing expos. And at the time, she was crafting and she was busy putting them orders out for that jewelry, doing her thing, so she couldn't make it up here. But I did my best to showcase her. And I'm going to share that video a little bit later, that clip. And the description is in the link below if you want to check it out in its entirety. And definitely check it out at your own pace and like slow the playback so you could look peacefully at the pieces that she made for me and I shared them. Also, I need y'all to go to her YouTube channel and subscribe. Check her out. The link is in the description. I done said that probably 5 times because I'm excited. I'm not calming down. Right now, all I'm going to do is and I know you as Fallon too. So y'all will hear me probably call her many of three names, 4, 5 name. Just she right here. She right here. Hold on, this is a camera thing. I swear, she right here. Don't play with me, y'all. She here. Karmic Dynasty. She here. She here. All right, she here. So y'all check her out. Y'all listen to her for a little bit for me. Peace, y'all.
So I would just like to share my path to tarot reading and jewelry making. So I started out about 13, 14 years old. I know it sounds weird, which means supernatural. So we love it being weird, making friendship rings and jewelry and stuff like that. So when you find something that you like doing, you can, they say your arts make room for you to be beneficial. So just to show off a few pieces, this is copper with I can't remember the crystal off the top of my head because it's not citrine, but it's copper mixed in with the crystals in order to amplify the crystals as well. I also add wood to certain beads with crystals, like this is malachite with wood on it as well in order to amplify the elements of the jewelry. This piece right here is for a Cancerian. So I do make according to zodiacs as well. And the pyrite, of course, is for money. I also do explain what each crystal is used for and how it aligns with your chart. So now tapping into I do astrology charts as well as Tureal tarot and Frankiestylez with the jewelry. This one here, I love. Let me see if I can find another one. Oh. So I replicaed a couple of things, you know, because I have to have my display, even though it's not exactly what I created. It's similar to custom made. I don't do unless people ask me, I don't do multiples of the same things because I feel as though we are all unique individuals. So you should have something that is uniquely catered to you. So now back into where I was going with the astrology charts, doing astrology charts, dream readings as well, was my original start. If I'm not mistaken, my mother gave me my first tarot deck, but I was a Christian at the time, so I kind of dismissed it. Um, but then I heard the call to get my own, so I took a couple of shamans classes. Invest in yourself. It'll be the best thing that you can do for yourself. And been inducted into shamanism since I was 16 and went back to do tarot readings as well as herbal remedies. So I would say that anybody can do tarot, all because your message can go out for however your audience is out for you. Although I would say not everybody can do it, because you have to be able to learn how to protect your energy. Um, Use your Claudio air senses. Your clear. I mean Claudio. It must be retrograde. Apologize. Your clair senses. Um, your clear audio senses for your divine interpretation on how you hear the cards. So, for instance, let's just start with the first card of tarot, which would be the Fool card. It could be fresh new things, fresh new hopes. Um, it can also be new beginnings, adventures. It can also to be seen as foolish or childlike. So it would be your interpretation on how the rest of the cards lay out to be able to convey the message. Also, paying attention to who you've been reading and their body language is big. For me, I don't request a lot of information because I like my readings to be genuine, and give exactly what you need to be able to receive. So that's just for me. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I am open to explaining how I self-taught myself tarot, besides the teachings that I got with the regular deck. So the regular deck is normally called the writer deck. And with the writer deck, um,
All right, y'all. She will be here again. Now, in the meantime, this Karmic Dynasty unscripted. So guess what? I'm prepared. I'm prepared. John's son YouTube channel, Halito fam. He in here. Y'all check him out. Halito. Also, we got Mrs. Latina. I call her Latina Jordan. Love and light to you, my beautiful elevating sister. You are grand. You are grand. You are grand. And she is here. So let's bring her in.
I apologize. I was looking at the comments and it swiped me out. So I'm here. I'm here. Hey, y'all. So back to self-teaching. So the writer deck kind of has its um, authentic meaning, which is the original decks. If I'm not mistaken, the original deck was made in the either 17 or 1800s. So tarot has been around for a long time. Although words are spells, and we do know this. So I don't like to speak certain things over people, although the truth must come out. So that is the basis of how I taught myself tarot. Yes. So you can, yes, you can also do tarot with playing cards. And they can teach you what each playing card means if you prefer to do it that way. Um, I tried to do it that way, and that is difficult for me. So there are learning decks out there that can help assist you with recognizing when you picture this card or when you see this card, what it means. So for me, I like picturesque cards. So as I look and see like the stained glass window in the back of the picture, maybe that means to be able to see things from different perspectives. Um, like looking at the one heart right there, aces mean new beginnings, new starts, um how to carry forward, bring about. So it is a rabbit hole to go down if you're interested. And like as I stated before, the learning decks help me to guide myself. Can you ask a question? Sure.
Yes, you can ask your question.
Divine ultimate ascension.
Okay, while we have the questions come in and I screen them and all that good stuff, but E. Claybrook has already shared the information in their presence of energy before today's show. So yeah, this I told Fallon, I said, you was hot since before we even get on the show. They looking for you. They looking for you. And you love traveling down rabbit holes. I do too. I do too. Hence Karmic Dynasty. Now, also, I need to recognize the audience from the YouTube channel, Tribe Up 777999, the Emperor of Karmic Dynasty, Abdiel Ben Levi L. I appreciate the streaming access to your platform and to be able to reach your audience and bring them today, Frankiestylez3711 LLC. And so right now, Fallon, would you like to continue?
Sure. So I've been actually doing tarot readings for about 10 years now, 5 years online specifically, due to COVID and stuff like that. I kind of wasn't into bringing it out because growing up in a Christian household, it was kind of like, you're going to hell and all of that other stuff. So, trusting your soul voice is more important over than listening to everybody else. So I've been, was it 2019? 2019. I don't know how many years that's been, but since 2019 is when I decided to actually do tarot on live. And I've been um, hosting different panels on different platforms. I just haven't made it to the YouTube portion yet. So I'm spreading my wings out here, in all of these social media streets. And I was thinking maybe I should do a general reading for you guys. How do you feel about that? Because the other question didn't come through. Cool beans. Okay. So normally I have a headscarf, but at the moment I don't feel like finding one. So we're gonna just cover our head. It is important to cover your crown when you're reading people. You don't want to just open up your energy to any and everything and everybody. Um, so also protect yourself while you're doing general readings, even though you guys don't see it. I have crystals around. Selenite is normally my favorite, as well as, pardon me, shungite and obsidian. So, gratitude to the ancestors that are within me. You know how I hear, you know how I see. Seeking clear and honest messages for the collective. Protect my energy as I channel for them and protect their energy as well. No unwanted energy is allowed in our presence. Nothing that is here to harm us is allowed in our presence. So, Asheo, Asheo, Asheo. So usually I ring my bell in a clockwise way in order to alert the energies. And also I tap the cards. I don't know if that's something to awaken the spirits, but that's just something that I do. Um, so we have the Emperor in reverse. So someone is not tapping into their maturity. Someone is being very cold hearted and not transitioning into the maturity level in whatever relationship or business ship that this is, because the Three of Pentacles came out as well, which means teamwork makes the dream work. So it's like you're sabotaging your creativity or stagnating your creativity, if it doesn't have to do with any other parties. As well as the death card. So the death card tends to be scary for people. That does not mean you're going to die. It just means that there is an end of a cycle. So I feel as though that whomever this reading is for will take caution onto this reading, and realize that they need to end whatever cycle of immaturity, coldness, that they are implementing in order to get a better lifestyle for themselves. So also we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, which basically means to escape. So it's like you did a Houdini. You escaped your fate of poverty by making this change, which is Five of Pentacles as well. So again, how I look at the cards. So the Five of Pentacles kind of looks like people out in a desolate area being homeless. The Emperor is originally, to go back into the beginning of the cards, their Emperor originally in the upright position, because I do read reversals, some people don't. The Emperor in the upright position means structure. So in the reverse, it means to break down. The Emperor is mature, so then that would be immaturity. And when it comes to teamwork, and that's why I took it that way, someone is not playing fair in the teamwork. someone is being immature about decisions. So it's how like the next card flows into how you give the message, because these cards all mean different things. So if you were getting it from a different reader, then maybe they would say, you're acting like a son instead of a father, because the emperor is more of a father like energy. And then maybe someone else would be say, you're learning how to be more mature now, instead of just saying you're being immature. So it just depends on the reader. And also when it comes to the death card, death brings new beginnings. So my favorite saying is, you can't build a new house on top of an old house. You have to break that old house down and all the way to the foundation and rebuild a new house from scratch. So I feel that this is the energy of rebuilding in order to have a better foundation and to have that generational wealth that you're looking for, and get out of poverty. Change your mindset within you, and you can do anything. So I'll close the door to this energy. It is important also to close doors as you open doors. Always remember that. For any other questions and or statements. Asheo.
Asheo. All right, y'all. Now, at this time, I am going to, as I mentioned, and people are coming in, so I'm going to share this video right quick, where I spotlighted Frankie during a Women in Business Children's Expo, Business Expo a few years ago. Again, the link to this video I'm about to share is in the description below, so you can go check it out. Sharing now. And I also need to mute my mic for this. Let's see. I am right now sharing Frankiestylez3711llc. Fallon, she's on Facebook. You can check her out. She was actually in the comment section. I'm not sure if she's still here. And she's probably busy because she has a link to the studio. She said she'd be here today if her schedule allowed. So on my Facebook page, I have shared her product. And I have also, this is a Tree of Life necklace. And I've also worn this recently on a broadcast. So this is hers. And what I noticed, now I originally saw her products on Instagram. And as I wrote in the product review, the pictures, Instagram has done no justice for her product, none. On Instagram, you cannot see the details of these beads. See well, my camera's straight. Okay, the reddish stone right above the black ones near the heart. The detail and the yellow orange one behind it and the turquoise, none of that detail can you see in the pictures. And also these the gems, the stones that are in here, that is not there as well. And the twist and coil on the tree, the branches, and none of that detail can you see in the pictures. So when I got this, I opened it up, I was floored. I was done. And so she has them in her box. This is her signature. It comes in here, and and it smelled good. She fragranced it. Oh, it still smelled like it. What was it? Money green water or something? I don't remember. But I was because she asked me how I like the scent. And I was like, scent of what? I don't have anything. I have jewelry. And she fragranced this. And I was so fascinated and awestruck by this product. I didn't even think about a smell. It might have whiffed by me and I smelled it. But I told her I honestly was on this. The details in the cut, it was beautiful. So I told her I was not going to wear this until I put it on a broadcast. But I set everything out about 2 weeks ago. for today's broadcast. So I have all the products here, and it kept looking at me. So I kept looking at it back. And so I decided the other day on the broadcast to go ahead and just wear it. It's beautiful. So I wore it. I don't know if y'all remember that or not. I wore that. Also, what I was not expecting, because it was not in the photo on her Instagram, was the bracelet that came with it. Oh. So I was like, oh, I got two. She sent me two, but I only paid for one. I swear I did, but no, I guess I paid for two. And then also in here are these little earrings. And I told her, I'm my little short self, I don't think I'm one for dangly earrings, but I wore them. My little short self wearing dangly earrings. Now, something about them dangly ones, I just feel like they're for taller women, and I just feel like I'm too, like they'll hit my shoulders and just be all in the way, all big gawky, that salt and pepper little rocking them gold rockers look. I could never do that. For some reason, I don't know what it was. For some reason, I just felt like I was too short for them. I don't know. But I know I'll be seeing women my size and shorter rocking them earrings. I can't do it. But these are so delicate and so small, and like they're like harmless to me. So I've worn them. People probably didn't even notice them in here. But out loud out here in public, they show up. Also, there's these little, y'all have these, and Marcia's included, y'all have these little touches y'all put with y'all's product. And this is one that Fallon has with her product. She sent me a gift card. I should have been sending her a thank you card. You know what I mean? Thank you for this beautiful, thank you for thinking of me. And thank you for giving me all this extra. I say it's extra, scented boxes that I need to know what I think she said it's money green water she put in there. Either way, this card says it's dated 4/13/2021, and it says to Tisha. Y'all know that's my name, Tisha Nicole Thompson. Don't let that Joy Allen is my social media name. Quit playing.
Right.
Nikita, I have not gotten to your product yet. You coming up next. So hey to you as well. Peace. If you're not busy, you can come on in the studio, and we're gonna you had your time mix. We really you good. You come on in if you want to. If not, I got you. So yes, this card says, Marcia, did you freeze up? Yes, you did. Hold on, let me get Marcia out of so she can come back in here. I hate when the screen freezes up. All right, so it says, much gratitude for allowing me to create for you. I love you to life. That's Frankiestylez. That's Fallon right here. So the card says, thank you from the bottom of my heart right here. And this is a gift. These are gifts. This is the thought. And I can't speak for her. I don't know. If she can come on, that'd be great. If she can let her respond to comments, that'd be great as well. I see this as a gift. This is extra to me. She didn't have to put this in here. And I don't know, she might put them in all of her products. When you get your Frankiestylez3711llc in the mail, it probably comes with all of them. I felt special. It made me feel some kind of way. And I have been since then. I shared, for the record, anybody want to see that I do share these products, I shared it on my Facebook page. And it's right here. This is me attempting to share the details of the necklace, which I spoke about already. And I also included the card because to me, those special touches are exceptional. And they are what makes the little things like that is what makes the product stand out to me. And I also shared this photo, which was the full necklace. And I ran out of time to come, so I didn't get to it to where I shared the bracelet necklace like I have today. And Marcia's back with us. There she is. Good to have you back, Marcia.
That's because my grandson uses this computer and it's like 100 things on here now. I'm like, what is all of this?
Yes.
And, there we go.
Quantiera is talking about, she shared. All right, so we have the yes, very beautiful, y'all. Order yours, get yours today, and feedback. You have feedback for us?
So that was 2021. Oh my gosh, like what? Seems like only yesterday though. Also, I wanted to add what I did not share earlier. So Oracle cards does help with your readings as well, depending on what you're looking to do. I have many different decks besides just tarot decks. I have love decks, abundance and money decks. I also have past life reading decks. Um, let me see what else I have. Life purpose, soul's journey. So they all give like a different message. Also tapping into divine oracle as far as like timing. So like if you know, say you're getting a reading and you want to know how soon, here I go with the cards again. Always protect your energy, I promise. So like say if you want to know how soon something is going to happen, you can, you know, do a reading on yourself. And this says don't force things. So just patiently wait for things. Don't try to control things to happen. So these can also help assist. Using more than one tarot deck also helps assist once you learn how to maneuver through the decks. Um, there are also Christian type decks, hoodoo type decks, African American, Ifa, goddess. So it's basically what you're looking to tap into. There is a deck that is aligned with you. They have like Archangel Michael's. This also here is a deck of like houses and astrology charts. So let's just say if you know about like your, you know, sun, moon, rising, Venus, 10th house, Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, you can get readings on all of that stuff as well once you learn your natal charts. So again, I decided to invest in myself and buy all of these cards because people ask for different type of stuff, and I'm not the type of person that says I don't know how to do it. I'm going to figure out a way. So there's also as my sister Joy likes to do when I was in here on our numerology portion of addresses. There's also different cards that can express, you know, what different angel numbers aligning means. That gives you an affirmation to say as well, to go along with your day. So if you're seeing 22 and 22 resonates with you and or 2, it'll tap into what you need to do and how to be I am aligned with your destiny. So it is beneficial to get readings if you don't feel that you're getting clear insight from yourself, because sometimes we stay in our head too long. And that's originally how I started reading myself, because like should I go down this road, should I make this decision, and my gut is telling me yes, but then my flesh is telling me no. So that mediator helps for me, be the medium. I'll land there.
Okay. If you would. Okay, my bad, Joe. If you would share with us, I know I heard you mention interpretations. So you mentioned the like a dream in the dream where or tarot. I don't remember which one you said, but it's like you were comparing, like if someone says the word soft and then someone else would say gentle, depending on who's doing the reading and things like that. So that is what we would see in the tarot and in dream readings alike. Um, would you share with us one of the dream readings that you gave to someone, like one of your most memorable dream readings? Hold on, right quick. Okay.
Okay. So recently, on another app, social, that I go live on, a young lady had a dream about giving birth to twins, and they happened to be hanging by their umbilical cords on a tree. But they were alive and kicking, so it wasn't like it was a treacherous or toxic situation. So normally when it comes to babies, if you're having dreams of having a baby, it's normally fish, it's normally water, it's normally something to do with anything other than a baby. So when it comes to actually having babies in your dream, pardon me, then that means you are birthing something new. You are starting a new journey, or you have to decide between two new things, or you're going to be juggling two new offers. So now, do you not only have one job on your plate, maybe you have two jobs. But now it's like the hanging in the balance means is that you have not decided. You have not brought what is in the air down to earth, or as above, so below. So it's just like these two major thoughts are in your head. Like, for instance, for me, my two major thoughts are making jewelry and doing tarot readings. The astrology charts and dream readings and other stuff happens to come along within that. But those are my two major focuses. But we always have to tap into the fact that there may be major bullet points, but there's other little minor sectors within. Another dream reading I did was this lady was dating a guy, and every time that they went on a date, she was in the basement. So basement means beneath, below, and or can mean the foundation. So it depends on how really that you explain the rest of the dream to decide on if the guy that she's dating is always going to feel like he's above her and like she has to walk on eggshells and or try to climb out of the basement in order to, make a house a home, versus being the actual foundation. So if the dream goes into where they are getting married and somehow she ends up in the attic running upstairs somehow or what have you, or running outside, so then that means there has been a change in the dream and you're no longer in the basement, so you're the foundation of the house. So numbers, colors, um smells, and different things like that all matter in dreams as well. So it does different dream books have been written, if I'm not mistaken, since the 17 or 1800s as well, in order for how people choose to interpret dreams. But I like to be more realistic on how things are. So, like, living in a basement apartment is not bad, but you have to hear the neighbors above you. So if you're dreaming about being in a basement, it's always something above you. You're at the bottom level. Again, unless you are the foundation. So I'll land there as far as the dreams go. I gave the two examples that I most recently did.
Thank you. Now, one thing I know, because um, I have studied dreams myself based on the impact that they've had on me recently, and also so the timing. There is a guy on YouTube that speaking of YouTube, I'm gonna share this while I'm up here talking. Subscribe, y'all. Go to her channel, subscribe. Check her out. More of this. in there. And then when you in her videos, you can be in there live and prepare your questions and everything. So when she's not here, because we're gonna be leaving today sometime, a little while, just be prepared. Get your alerts over there. Subscribe. Tap the bell. Get all your notifications. Make sure you select all and not personalized. And definitely don't let that bell say none. And then you'll know when she's coming on. You take your questions over there and get that information from her live. Okay, but yeah, I learned from him about, like you said, the color of the room, whether you're indoors or outdoors makes a difference in the dreams. Like everything matters. And one of the biggest takeaways, and I always definitely look at this when I'm having dreams, is if you are in an automobile, it is what is the word? Let me put it this way. It makes a difference where you're sitting at in the car. If you're in the driver's seat, that means one thing. If you're in the front passenger seat, that means something. If you're riding in the back, that means something else too. So is that something you want to speak on? Or you want me to go ahead and elaborate on the car thing?
Oh no, you can go ahead because it's just like the house. So it's just like a simile to the house as well.
Yes, and so as I noticed me paying attention to that, and I recognize it in my dreams. So then I related to my life at the time. I could relate it easily. So like if you're in a dream and you're in a vehicle and you're in the driver's seat, that means there's something that is on your mind and you have control of it. You're in charge. If you're in the passenger seat, then you're like the observer to the situation, and it's like something that you have to watch it happen. You can't grab the wheel and take control. You just need to ride, but you're in the front so you can help navigate. You're there to navigate. Now if you ride in that back seat, then that possibly means that you let somebody take you for a ride. You had limited control in the back seat. So y'all need to check that out. I also noticed at that point when I started honing in on my dreams that I noticed that I sometimes had a habit of looking at myself. Like if I was in a car, I would look at myself in the rearview mirror and like be doing my hair. Anytime I see myself in the mirror, I'm doing my hair. I don't know what that means. I still have to figure that out, but dreams are something else. So I've done my share of dream interpretations, and I've had people up here before ask me to interpret their dreams. It's great. To me, it's like a mirror to the tarot. You're interpreting images and situations, and definitely like with the numerology, you're interpreting each factors and sequences and principles of imagery. So definitely, I always enjoy having others up here who can interpret things like that. And imagery is great. It's a gift. It's a gift, and always just an honor to have you up here who are able to do that. I had another question. Did you want to feed that?
Wait, so right before your other question. So I feel as though when it comes to doing hair, we don't realize that our hair is our glory for the most part. So it is the self-presentation of always looking good, of making sure that your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. Just like if you were to be doing your makeup in the car, it is you're doing your final touches, like you're finishing up touches before you step out into the world. So also too, like when people get their hair done, whether it's a hair salon or a barbershop, it's a whole new you feel like you have a whole new body, a new head, a new personality. You got a new attitude. So that's what I equate to doing hair. It's like a fresh new look, like also a nervous habit sometimes is to fix your hair, to correct your hair, in order to stay modest, stay kempt. So just like saying is a nervous habit as well when you don't have the correct words. So some things are just to make recognize the love and perfection that we have for ourselves. So I don't think that fixing your hair is a bad thing. I think it's more of saying, like, have some me time, have some loving on me time, because when you step out into the world, it's going to be busy, busy, busy. So take the me time.
Okay, yes, that sounds just like me. That is me.
I'm glad that resonates, because I mean that's me too in a many ways. Like, before you go outside, you have to make sure, like, is everything matching, because the light outside is a little bit different than the light inside. So then when you go outside, it's like, wait, these are two different reds. Hold on, let me go back in the house real quick and put on a different pair of shoes or pants or whatever. So in the dream world, it's the same way. To our I don't know if you watch like Rick and Morty. It's a anime that I got into through some other people, and they have like the day people and the night people episode. If you tap back into that, that'll also help you recognize like what your dreams are actually showing you. Like, the subconscious is constantly moving, even though the conscious is so-called resting and or sleeping.
Okay, I'm looking for, I saw, there it go. So, would you, talk to us? Is this one it?
So until you pay that fee plus the multiple overdue charges, your account will remain frozen. Normally, this.
Is this the episode?
I believe so. So basically the night people have given up because there's a feud between the day people and the night people. So, like, if I'm not mistaken, the day people decided to give up and make the night people do all the work, do the dishes, and basically clean the house, work out, and everything. So the night people decided to war with the day people, kind of like a civil war within the same house. Of course, after he made this machine for them to separate themselves. So it's kind of like, they split themselves in half, and you have your day people and your night people. Um, so it's kind of like what we go through with our conscious and subconscious. So, like, in our conscious realm now, we tell our subconscious what to do. We're gonna have a good day, we're gonna, be productive. I'm gonna have the house, the job, and everything that I want, as far as our manifestations, actualizations, and affirmations go. So what they would do is, like, let's just say um caffeine pills, right? Or those Red Bull type things or whatever. The night people are technically on those in order to work out and get stuff done, while the day people just relax and don't do anything. So basically explaining it, your soul is still on a job, even if your body happens to be asleep at this time. So we just have to remember, just like people say, well, what do spirits do? Those that are a part of our soul tribe, they're working on the other side for us, right? Your angels are working for you, your spirit guides are working for you. That's what your soul is doing when it's sleeping, is when your body's sleeping as well. Just remember, this is a car that we're driving. So when we hop out the car, we got to go show up for the world over there.
I like how you put that. I'm enjoying how you put that. And how you talked about, yeah, we're here driving, and then we end up over there. I have a whole theory recently on this, are the night people and day people, and I'll go into that in another episode. I'm building on that, but definitely This is all very interesting. Very interesting. I am receiving way more than I anticipated. This is great. Shamanism. You mentioned shamanism. You were inducted into the shamanism. Around here, for me, when it comes to my knowledge, and I presented on Karmic Dynasty, my shamanism background of knowledge was when I went to study into the Kardashians.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, basically to give background of shamans. Shamans were the mysticals, oracles, and or medicine people of the indigenous tribes originally. And that's probably why the Kardashians were tapping into it with their glamour magic, because they are considered gypsies. So if we know back in gypsy lineage, they were melanated originally, before they became whitewashed, so to speak. So it's kind of along the same lines. You can call them chief, medicine women, medicine men. But for most part, the shaman is the person who does many different things versus just one. So the medicine woman would be the one who just does the herbs and or the rituals. The doula would just do the giving birth to the baby. The oracles would just be the seers. But when it came to those who had multi-clairs, they would be shamans. They would be able to see, tell you, and also guide you holistically. And palm read and or read feet. I don't know if you know, people do that as well, where they read your palm and your feet. So tea leaves, coffee mugs. So there's many different ways that people have been reading, just besides dream, tarot, stars, and different charts and things like that. So when it's multifaceted, becomes from shamans. And again, so I grew up in Florida, off and on since I was 16. And I prefer not to name my tribes, but it is not my birth lineage tribe, but it was a tribe that, since they realized who I was, took an ayahuasca trip, and it was on to the races. Again, I was 16. So it was basically, they were guiding me into finding out what herbs do, what herbs are good for you, actually hugging trees, grounding, tapping into paying attention to the stars, paying attention to how the clouds move, when they're moving, can you smell the rain, paying attention to actual passing down of stories per your lineage, remembering what's going on so the next generation can be able to hear that as well, besides also writing it down. Again, making different types of teas and ointments and talismans or what have you for protection, which are what I consider these to be, kind of like talismans and or protection beads. Also with this, my jewelry, I do put it in rotations of the sun and the moon, depending on what is needed for your astrological chart to do so. So I just wanted to share that as a portion on how I make my jewelry. So and if it is something that is already in here, I clean all my energy out and replace it with whatever energy that is needed for you. Because these are display, and everything must go. So if you want to display, I'm not going to say no. Just to be honest about things. So but again, back to tapping into being a shaman. It is knowing how to listen to, as my grandfather said, the two different wolves that live within inside you. You have one wolf that is the carnal wolf, that is the wolf to make you do all the worst possible things. And then you have a wolf that will guide you along the best paths in life, and whatever wolf you feed will grow. So for me, I'm balanced. I'm love and light, and I know how to fight, but I won't come for anybody who does not, need to have reciprocated energy toward them. So as knowing how Mother Nature moves within us, knowing that we are one with nature. Um, it is different practices, but I do suggest you see, a chief and or higher ups, depending on what it is that you're seeking to go into. Being inducted after you get the call is very important, or else you'll just be running around unprotected, not knowing what to do with energy, because that is most important, learning how to protect your energy. I'll land there.
Definitely, definitely. Um, yeah, so I had mentioned everything you're saying I'm aware of again from my study into shamanism based on that Kardashian topic. And there's some stuff in there, the spells that I was looking at and looking into what was it? It was the did I close it out? Did I close? No, I didn't. Looking into was it like the stages, like of the initiation, there's stages, and I was just looking at that and at how, like you mentioned, you were 16, and as I mentioned in that video I shared about shamanism, um, it is easy to bring a child in at an age much earlier than that and guide them into that way of life. So I just at the time in that point of video had a slight concern for the Kardashian children, you know, and how, like you mentioned, I call it the glamour. They, mm, yeah, there's many ways, and then there's many people, and they have the one thing they do, and it seems like the Kardashians they tend to want to do that very well. And I also seen where how they reincarnate and come back and do this. I seen in they bloodline where they were before. It is easy to it's something else. I ain't gonna go on, that's a whole nother topic, or I already addressed it, but shamanism is definitely is interesting. Go ahead.
No, but it is the same topic. Because we don't realize how life and death is in the power of the tongue. And whether we write stuff down and or say it, these are spells that we are speaking and writing down. So they're just doing it more in I guess a quote unquote black magic way, if you want to give magic a color or what have you, or satanistic way, just like how with all of the industry, when Jay-Z throws this up, this is a mudra for higher self tapping into. It's not Rock Nation, it doesn't belong to them. So just like this symbol, the first eye does not belong to them, but how they use it, just like the swastika, it was not the symbol for how they used it. So I do feel sad though for how the Kardashians were betrayed to um follow the whims of their mother, because and their other, maternal people, because that's where it came from. In order to, the only way around is if you be deceptive, just like how in our community the only way you're going to get a man and keep a man is if you do this or do that. So it's kind of like they had to go through and their gypsy way of doing things to um hold their title, and not realizing that you can do the beauty magic in a better way. Like, I am grateful that I'll always look 16 or 25. I'm grateful that I age like, what is the other example? I age gracefully, versus I want everybody. Oh, did you see that movie back in the day called Love Potion #9, with the Caucasian young lady? She did a love potion, and all the guys came running down the street after her because the potion went wrong. So you can overdo something and it'll turn out wrong. So all of their glamour, magic, so to speak, has turned them to having body dysmorphia. because they don't realize who they are anymore or who they were even beforehand. So, yeah, love potion number 9. So, she, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that's the original. That may be like a remake. Is it? No, yeah, that's a remake. It was like a 80s one. Um, and this young lady was in high school and she happened to run into an oracle. And when she ran into the oracle, she yeah, no, these are new. I think that's it. Is that one it? No, that's not it. That's just that's a video about it. um but the guy ended up chasing her down, and it was like if I'm not mistaken, a mob of guys at the end of the video that ended up chasing her down the street. She had long brunette hair. This was a brunette girl in high school, and it was like a 90s. Yeah, these are the newer ones. Yeah, no, that's the same movie. I seen that one, but yeah, that's the newer one. I want to say it had to be like the 90s version. These are, I think that's it right there. Is that one it? Yeah, I think that might be the version of it. So that's to show how magic goes wrong. If anybody has ever tapped into that movie where she took the love potion and thought it was going to be freaking awesome, that the guy that she wanted was going to love her, and it ends up turning out to be like, no. Right there, right there. I think that's, no. I think this is still the same one. You see, yeah, she's hiding from them. You see all the guys outside? She done dyed her hair blonde. They all want to just love her because she took the potion so wrong. They just want to love her. And she's like, no, I wasn't ready. I didn't put my boundaries up and be specific. And now she's like, oh, look at my magic. Look at my pretties. Oh, they have it in Spanish. Okay. That's why they have this one up. Yeah. So. And this is what happens when you don't know how to set your boundaries and control your magic.
That was crazy. Even without the sound and in Spanish, it had captions. I still do what she was saying. Ain't that some touch your nose? It's funny. Oh goodness. And that thing, you know what I mean? It's like that's the oh man. That was funny. That was funny. Okay, yeah, that was Sandra Bullock in that movie, the brunette, that version. Yeah.
Oh, don't start me because I will say they all look alike and I don't know who is who. No offense. Somebody played in the movie and they done did the same. I feel like they do the same movies over and over again, same scripts, different casts. So I don't be knowing who's playing and what sometimes. No offense to y'all.
Well, them y'alls be saying that about them us's, so it is what it is. And the way they disregard us, we probably just picked it up to disregard them because I'm telling you, we know them, pick them out the lineup when we want to. Mama knows, mama knows.
Right, right. So if I'm not mistaken though, they have, like I said, there's many different shows that show that magic has been around for um eons, centuries, like, Charmed and um The Good Son and the Bad Son, believe that or not. because that was like manipulation, always trying to get him in trouble, putting off, cloaking, yourself by him. Also, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day, it was something about Bernie. I can't remember that movie with Bernie. He was a dead guy, and they went to go see the hoodoo priestess or what have you, Eve's Bayou. Um, you know, I can go on and on the list. Lovecraft Country. There are many. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, and he was always getting him in trouble. Look at that, manipulating. And oh, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I'm going to blame it on him. And children learn, and we listen, children have a soul in them or not, and they know in the beginning on how to manipulate people, who to play on, who to prey on, and everything. And it's just for us to observe and pay attention to who is throwing their energy elsewhere, because that's what people do unknowingly, is that they say, oh, such and such hit me, but such and such is in another room minding their own business. So now you have created this distrust within the parents, because such and such is always going to be doing something according to the other child. And if you never get to the bottom of it, then now they have imprinted their personality on such and such instead of owning up to their own personality. So magic goes deep in a lot of different aspects. If I'm not mistaken, as well as tarot readings was in what's the movie with Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg and stuff like that. She was a medium and she had, her shop. Um and it's quite a few, it's been going on. So, and for the most part, when we are no longer bound by religion is when we tap into different avenues of natural things, and it is how you decide to manipulate the energy, because that's what we're doing anyway. Are you manipulating energy for the good of all, or are you harming others in order for you to step on their backs to rise? So I'll end there.
Yes, yes. I was looking at these to see what to bring up to show y'all. Yeah, this is a Ghost that you mentioned with Demi Moore, Patrick Swayze, and Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so if you go to I guess her medium scene, no, you gotta, it's like she was being a medium. So his body, his being jumped into her body. Um, if I'm not mistaken on how they showed that, in order to communicate with her. And he was moving. Oh, yeah, that one over there was showing the dark side. There it goes, right there. Yep. So he's in the room with her at the time, trying to communicate. And also the other show is The Medium that was on TV as well. But basically it's showing how they got married, they were in love and stuff like that, and then tragedy happens and he's no longer here. So, Final Destination story. But he's still able to possibly communicate. So here he goes. He passes, but see, his soul is still next to his body, trying to figure out what work has he not finished. Now, in this energy in real life, some people are not able to communicate immediately, but some people are, depending on if they know that they have passed on. In this instance, as you can see, he wasn't able to touch stuff and things like that. So that's the same thing as being able to tap back in. So now she can hear him. He finally figured out how to communicate with the living. And now he was driving her nuts, trying to pass on his message in order to, you know, have her be the medium. So, some people get this and don't even realize that they're hearing from the other side as well. So, you know, be careful of the voices that you're listening to.
Definitely. And all of this that you're speaking on right now with the magic and the voices that you're listening to goes into the Bobby Hemmett and Aleister Crowley study group series I have going on right now. And that's on Mondays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time ish. And so actually that'll be on tomorrow. So y'all can check that out. We just last Thursday spoke about Aleister Crowley and the Awas that spoke through his wife, you know, when they were in Egypt, and the outcome of that was the book of the law. So definitely, who an experience, and it's such was like, as you mentioned earlier, I said that's another subject. I just because I know me, I'll start talking about. We'll be here another hour, but as you know, they're all related, and it's like you came on here and you're speaking about the tarot, and then we talking about shamanism and dreams and magic, and you know those who passed and transition, and they're wanting to communicate and or take in the full wow of the experience of the transitioning. And it's like, yeah, it's related. Everything's related, of course, but it's so much related. Just pick up a tarot card and there's so much to say. There's so much to be said.
Yes, yes, it is. And that's why protection is key. And that's why having, you know, an elder in, you know, the realms that you're tapping into to assist you, because if you're just going in picking up a box of tarot cards, then you're opening doors that you don't know that you're opening, and then you wonder why your life turns out chaotic, and or things start falling off the walls out of nowhere, you know, because you haven't protected yourself. You don't know that. Also possibly giving people wrong messages, because you don't know, maybe you should sleep with your cards before you decide to, you know, start opening them and giving messages. Um, Also having a deck that you do for yourself versus a deck that you read with everybody else will help keep your energy out of other people's readings, instead of giving them your energy. So those are just some key tips that I would like to, you know, leave off with. I don't know what you all have to do today, but I know you're a very busy person. I appreciate you for having me here. You know, we done been here about an hour. We can keep going.
Yeah, people tend to say that about me. I am, you know what? I tell people, like you said, they'd be like, "You're so busy." We're all busy. We're all always doing something. You're here, you're busy. You're busy breathing, you're busy. You're and the you that I'm speaking about is not just the outer, like you are what's inside. So your organs, they're moving, your cells, they're growing, they're busy, they're busy. So even when you think you relaxing, you chilling, you're still busy. Busy is busy. You know what I mean? But y'all know what I mean. So busy is busy. I'm not that busy. I appear to be that busy apparently. But I'm busy. I'm like y'all busy. I definitely that word bored, to me it don't exist. I'm bored. You're not bored. It's just you're not ready yet. Do what you need to be doing, and you're not made up of your mind on when you're gonna do it, how you gonna do it. But it's always plenty to do, outwardly, intentionally, you know. But yes, you hear people that are on breathing, you're busy, you're doing something.
Yes, yes. Always, always schedule, plan your work and work your plan. So, you know, um, and that is the key. I feel as though the destination is not the key, the journey is. So as long as you're enjoying your joy, English, as long as you're enjoying your journey, the destination will be so much better once you get there. If you're not grateful along your journey, then how will you really appreciate the destination? So I'm here for it. I'm grateful for whatever the universe has here for me because my finite mind cannot imagine in totality what is really in store for my path. Um, and if I would have said, hey, in 2019, I would still be doing tarot readings to this day, I would probably would have lied to myself because many a times I decided I wanted to give up and throw cards out, and I don't want to be in people's business, but sometimes people need that outside help, like quote unquote the rapist slash therapist, and or um however you want to consider talking to somebody to get what's out in out, so therefore it can be properly communicated. Journaling is important, so therefore you can take note of how you're feeling when certain things happen, when those changes should or should not happen, or are going to happen. Like, say if you got a reading and it was saying that you had a tower moment coming in the next couple of months, and then out of nowhere everything changes. If you go back and review that reading and or how you journaled it, then you would remember that this tower moment was what you were expecting and now you're ready for it. And tower moments aren't bad either. Tapping into tarot information, tower moments just means that, again, this is a change that is going to happen. So for instance, rain can be a tower moment, and then sunshine can be a tower moment. So after it rains, then the sun comes out. That's the change. um Getting a promotion at the job that you have, and or getting a new job, these are also different forms of tower moments. Getting a raise, um um getting calls out of nowhere to be on somebody's YouTube channel, to be able to present yourself unexpectedly, could be like a tower moment, like, hey, out of nowhere, okay, I'm ready for it. So and it's just like, basically, also, like how I like her card, tower moments is each step going to the top of that mountain. But don't forget, there's another mountain to climb, as you can see in that picture as well, because I like to do how picture readings. So for me, that tower moment just says you're in baby steps. So as you take those baby steps, it's gonna change. Maybe you need to take 3 lefts to make a right sometimes. It may not be as clear as you think. But that is important to pay attention to what's going on in your life, to know that these are possible outcomes. Also, to know what is possibly sabotaging your life that you may want to change about yourself, because you may not be paying attention to your own red flags. So, for instance, how I was saying in the reading earlier that I gave, being immature in business dealings can cost you your business. If you are not showing up to work 15 minutes early and you're showing up 5 minutes late, you're being immature. You're going to end up losing your job. You're going to end up losing whatever partnerships you have. If you're not budgeting your money properly, then maybe you won't have a ride to work. So then now for you are doing a no call, no show, and then at times they will fire you. So having this information can help you realize, like, maybe I am sabotaging my life. Maybe I need to do better planning for my work and work for my plan. Um, Also that maybe um my man is not cheating on me and I'm just overthinking and assuming that he's cheating because he's so busy that his phone is in his locker at work. He's not supposed to answer his phone. Or he puts his phone on do not disturb to save his battery, and then he forgets to just turn it back on. And or if he is cheating, then now you know that, and then what are you going to do? Are you going to confront him? Are you going to leave him? Or are you just going to stay and call him a cheater? So these are different avenues that can be looked upon um when you are getting different readings. some readings can say, halt, be safe, don't move too fast because, you know, you can possibly get into a car accident or something like that. Or if you're running late, you know, just be okay with running late because you're being saved from something. Or if it's time to move, hurry up and move, jump off the cliff, don't wait. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you get a reading or if you get an inkling, like maybe I should move to Arizona, and you're like, nah, it's too hot in Arizona. Your soul wants you in Arizona for some reason, some way, somehow. So listening to that message could possibly, you know, you can meet a billionaire that wants to support your business, and then, you know, you can go back home and never have to literally live in Arizona. It was just for that divine meeting. So it's all in having the thought process of wanting to do and trusting your gut to do instead of having the thought process of negativity. I will say, I'll end there.
All of that sounds, it resonates with me. It does. Those thoughts, the negative, I've been speaking to a few people lately about the negative, and words. I meant to talk about spells earlier. Spells, magic. Anyway, words. Oh, because you mentioned you was saying you was about to say the word enjoy, but and you said this English. I'm the same way. I be like this damn English. I can't, because I be other places mentally, and when it comes to like I know these broadcasts sometimes be scheduled, but how what I'm doing runs into this, or I leave it alone, but it stays with me, it's still in me, and I come to the platform with it, and sometimes I can't read a word. I'll be like subscribe. I'll be like subscribe, as a subscribe. I just, me and this English we don't, because I got other languages and communications going on in here. And when it's time to utter this subscribe to this channel, and then I'll later be in playback like I said subscribe. That word is subscribe. Cracking up in myself.
So I think also, again, we have to tap into different times that happen. And normally it's when planets are in retrograde, Mercury being one of them, seeing as how it just left. And the residuals are still here. Mercury is the planet of communication. And also by it going retrograde in the sign of Aries and coming out in the sign of Taurus, these two planets or signs in this planet runs differently. So communication originally started as a rush of, like, say if you push one button, it'll push it like 30 times by accident, and you're like, wait, what the heck am I doing? And then you'll have all these Q's and X's, and then at the end, since it's Taurus, it's kind of like a lag, it's kind of slow, it's kind of earthy. So then it's like the computer is not computing when the computer was over computing beforehand. So also knowing how your chart works with whatever you have in Mercury will assist you in knowing how to move or in a communication. So for most parts, when it comes to Mercury, I don't start doing things in Mercury retrograde. I finish them. And that's just for me. Maybe your chart moves differently depending on who you are. But for me, Mercury is my finisher. Dot my I's, cross my T's. Whatever I was doing last time for Mercury retrograde possibly is coming up now for me to finish. I will not start any paperwork or sign any paperwork without paying attention, and or sign myself up for anything and not pay attention, because I feel as though that whatever we start in Mercury retrograde, we need to finish immediately in that time, or else it will be left unfinished. So now you have unfinished pardon me, unfinished business going into what seemingly the next retrograde. Because we don't realize how energy is never dismissed, it's just transmuted into somewhere else. So not completing your energy at that time has now transmuted your energy into a possible future time. And I'm grateful that, you know, the little minor words that I've been messing up on, versus every other word in other Mercury retrograde. So like Mercury in Virgo really screws up my language, because Virgo is more of a critical type sign. It likes to criticize. It likes to put things in their place. You know, there's a organization, a place for everything. So English being the most quote unquote bastardized, amalgamated, mixed soup language, there's really technically no place for it. So that's why it's really messed up speaking English during Virgo and Mercury retrograde at the same time, because now we're technically speaking Greek and Latin and whatever else in this soup of English is. So also knowing where your planets are, again, as I was stating before, how they are aligned, what degrees they are in is important sometimes too, because 1 degree can make a difference, or 20 degrees can make a difference. Tapping into getting your birth chart, knowing your birth chart, and again, like I stated before, numbers are important. I appreciate when you did that live on your addresses and the numbers of your address and the energy of them, because this also plays into parts on if you want to have a business doing readings, then you would want to know these addresses that will be more efficient for you to be successful. um I'll land there.
All right, y'all. I am looking at, because you have mentioned this numerology video at least twice, and I came here to spotlight and feature you. So I'm really it's my intent to stay focused on you, but I'm gonna bring this up. I need to bring this up. So yeah, this is the numerology. Is your house in order? That's what that one was called. This is sharing. Yeah, here it goes. And so when y'all scroll through the video, my video archives, go ahead and look for this right here. This was the what am I doing? This is the what we call a thumbnail. So you don't have to look for the exact title, just scroll through till you see this. And I'm gonna share a little bit of this so y'all can see an idea of what Fallon was speaking about. Numerology, I don't know why is that in there. Oh, this is my birth. Speaking of charts, this is showing where, okay, we about to have a little lesson right here. All right, am I on? Y'all hear me? Okay, let me get out my little pointer. All right, so speaking on astrology and your charts and where your sun is at, where your moon is at, credits to Ramotef Queb. He provided my chart screens right here from his cell phone. So right here, you'll see is my birth date right here, November 24th for that year, 2021. I was born in 74. So y'all know what is that thing up here still? Let's go over here. Yep. Fallon, Frankie, she set this up for y'all. She set this up for y'all. Y'all are looking at this chart that I just had up recently. Great. So Sagittarius, you'll see, according to Western astrology and this stuff, will say that this starts on the 23rd of November and goes through December 21st. Now, everyone in here under the sound of my voice that's paying attention to me, I know we have all went past first grade level and we can count. So my birthday's the 24th. So 24 comes after 23, right? Correct, class, correct. So welcome to Karmic Dynasty. Either way, now we're gonna go back to my chart and we're gonna see that the sun is in Scorpio. All right, y'all ready? We're gonna go look at this because I'm like, y'all serious? So yeah, the sun right here is in Scorpio. This is Scorpius right here, not Sagittarius. And it's like right there, just left Libra over here. You know, and to be right here up in the beginning parts of this on this line. That's why I am now identified as a Scorpio versus Sagittarius. And then my moon is in Cancer. So over here we can see that. But going on here, we looking at the so I did master numbers first. Master numbers are the 11, the 22, and the 33. And I gotta bring us up here because that's a lot going on right quick. All right, so this tells about 11 is one of the few compound numbers in numerology that retains its own vibrational essence and is not customarily reduced to a single root number. So that's going to say, so we're looking at the number 13. You have a number 13 on your house. You're going to add up the 1 and the 3 and get a 4. So that's what this sentence right here is saying. With the number 11, it does not do that. Not customarily reduced to a single root. Some people will, and in some cases, add the 1 and 1 and get 2, or depend on the math class and what universe they in, 1 and 1, 1 and 1 is always 1. I don't know. Sometimes 1 and 1 is 3. Don't get me started on them numbers. Fowler, you got something to say?
I mean, 1 plus 1 always equal 3. I don't know what happened. Like, I mean, I don't know how you get 1 something and then you add a 1 something and then you get a 1 something. Because it still sounds like 2 at least. But when it comes to people, 1 person come together and another person to come together. Now you got 3 people in the house. But to each their own. But the reason why I kept bringing that up is because numerology is important. Knowing the different areas that you're in, because if you start a business in the wrong area, then it's not gonna vibe for you. So that's why I went and watched that video a couple more times, because I was thinking of different addresses like 36 and 9, and if I'm not mistaken, I think you said at the time 6 was the party house. So maybe you don't want to have like raised children in a party house, because that might be all upside down, so you don't want to. Oh, it was 5. Oh, a 5 home is party central. Okay, so that sounds like a lot of changes going on, because 5 means to change. So yeah, I think this helped me also find out different areas to shop at, because of their address, in order to know what energy they have in their areas. So like if your shop said it was a 5 shop, I don't want to bring that party energy into my home, so I that's why I appreciate going back and forth to this video. And that's why I kept mentioning it, because actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think I just watched it like a couple of weeks ago, because even though my address is a 9, the previous address of the homes that I'm looking for are not the same numbers. So when you bring them together, you want to, kind of remove that energy, even though you're taking the numbers off the house, you still want to remove that energy and replace it with new energy. Of course, go from the back to the front of the house, saging and cleaning it out and things like that. But also knowing like this number 5 energy is not what I want in my house, because a number 9 energy is more of a helping others while being self-employed and individual, like more of a bleeding heart kind of sort of type energy. And you don't want to have a party house in a bleeding heart, because then everybody's going to take over you and you won't even set boundaries. So that's just why I kept bringing it up, because it resonated a lot with me with what I have going on now. So
Okay, speak. That's what's up. I had to go find my number. I had to add up. I was like, hold on, what's the numbers on my? Got my house numbers. So yeah, mine add up to 1, and the 1 home is a place to establish independence, and I'm definitely working on that challenge in my life. It's also screaming at me from my birth chart. So I have some things to do. I'm screaming. It's a challenge. And number one's energy promotes innovation, individuality, ambition, drive, and leadership. That's all me right now and in life period. The personality of this home supports self-employment, which is me, or an active career. Looking for a soft and fuzzy family environment, this isn't the place for you. Don't bring your ass over here. If your priority at this time is to find a long-term intimate partner, you'll find a reciprocal relationship challenging because I'm busy being self-employed and learning my independence. Don't come over here. If you are sensitive to loneliness, this home can have too much me, self energy, and you might spend time alone. I just told you. This is not the Joy Allen is Dating series. That was years ago. And I'm still single. So what that tell you? Well, I'm a If your home adds up to 19, which is a karmic number, the tendency might be that you feel unsupported and overloaded with work. The upside, great place for an active and outer focused life. Perfect for finding success and establishing your sense of independence, individuality, and achievement. And then next will be the number 2. So yeah, more on that. You could definitely go through my archives. It's more, you're using the YouTube filter. You'll want to go to the filter that says older. Go to live first, live tab, then go to the tab that says older, and then it's kind of in the middle of my beginning and my now. So, or you can just scroll however you want to do it, but find it. I don't know. In the meantime, speaking of YouTube channels, I need y'all to go over there to Frankiestylez3711llc. Check her out. Y'all know, subscribe, watch those videos, comment, like, share, as the banner says below. And right now she's on another channel, so that multiple thing is rolling right now. And I look forward definitely to seeing y'all head over there and to get feedback from y'all, because we need her here again to share some more stuff on Karmic Dynasty, because we need her to share some more stuff on Karmic Dynasty. Frankie, what you have for us?
Well, I'm always here for it because, these rabbit holes, we got to be rabbits in these rabbit holes. And also bringing to the surface what is considerably unknown or spooky or mysticism is very important. So I wanted to tap into like what people consider magic and or witchcraft, right? Back in these books and or Bibles or Abrahamic religions, what have you want to call them, your pot is a cauldron. So if you happen to put some beans, let's just say if we're vegetarian, you want to put 28 beans in a pot. When you put them 28 beans in a pot, they don't come out the same hard beans that they once were. Now they are soft beans, and now you have a bean soup. So technically, this is witchcraft. Also, the words that we speak, if you're saying somebody have a good day, that is witchcraft. If you're telling somebody they're never going to be shit, that's witchcraft. Now you have spoken over this person's life and you don't even realize it. If you saying, hey, my homegirl over here, Joy Isram, got big business, when you say, oh, such and such, they got a little business over there, okay, come through with the look at all of that. Look at them 1,000 rices. Nah, I just so when you say like your friend has a little business, or that's cute, but you're not realizing there's an underhanded jealousy and or dismissiveness that you're putting into somebody else's life instead of just congratulating them. The congratulations is awesome alone, not like, oh, you're cute to be light skinned, or oh, you're cute to be dark skinned. That is dismissive. They're just cute to be cute. They can't help what skin they're in. As well as, their business not being Walmart doesn't mean that it's not big business. Doesn't mean that it's just not a sponsor corporation to, let's just say, not love on the people properly, because everything at Walmart is a poison, no matter whether it says organic or not. So I just like to say, so it's all in how you take what a business is and what people are doing. Also, people like to pick and choose what is considered magic or not. If you are calling your priest or your pastor to come put blessed oil on your house, it is the same thing as you anointing your own house with oil and or sage and palo santo, crystals, salt, circles, what have you. Um, so it's just that these things of conjuring are used differently in different sectors. So also praying to the east at different times of the day. It's a ritual. It is a religion. It is something that you consistently do. So these are the same magical steps that you're doing that we're doing differently, because the sun rises in the east, so you should be sun gazing and doing your affirmations and meditations when the sun rises. It's just that they do it differently. So keeping in mind that I just personally feel like, people decide what works for them and what does not work for them. And a lot of people are afraid of the unknown, but there's always been something in your life that you didn't know until you found out, and it's just up to you whether you let that seed grow or not. I'll land there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Um, I was still over there on how again these things was related we talking about today. And when I switched over to the number 2 in the numerology, you seen that tarot card that was sitting up there. I said, dang, we just own it today. Um, you have like uh middle of the broadcast reading or something like we I've been looking at your videos, of course, and I saw you do love readings. What is it you got over there going on? You had let me check my notes. You had money readings, love readings, and you also talked about the dreams. I haven't seen one of those yet. You got the dream readings over there, I'm assuming. And definitely you focus on the elements in the charts as well: fire, water, earth, and air. Do you focus on any other elements like ether or wood, things like that, like other people's look at as elements?
So when it comes to wood would be earth. So I'm going to break more into doing the actual signs and different houses. Um, but when it comes to either earth, again, can be wood, and or I can say, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So that just covers all of those three signs instead of doing them individually, because I feel as though if I say it's a Capricorn reading, then maybe Taurus and Virgo are not listening and they could get something from it. Because people tend to only go toward their signs unless they know their birth chart and they're more in depth into the readings. So this is why I just chose those elements. Ether is more of a general energy to begin with. So when you do general readings, that is the ether. Even though it is for cups, pentacles, or swords, or wands. And those are still earth, air, fire, water. So by me not doing a specific reading for people, that is the etheric version of just tapping into the energy, saying, hey, we're here for a message. Somebody might want something. What do you want to say? And they just, drop something out of the clouds for you, and here you go. But I can tap into, so these are what I consider romance cards deck. So when it comes to the romance deck, normally what I'll do is I'll pull tarot cards, and then I'll also pull from the romance deck. And or if people just want a quick of, what does my love life say for me now? Just give me a card or two cards. Then I will just pull from the deck. But normally in a actual love reading, I'll pull from both decks. So, oh, I forgot 3. I don't know why I like the number 3. As you can see, that's the first number of my business. So I just like to do things 3 times. So free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. So whoever this message is for, my suggestion would be to recognize that loving yourself is most important right now. This would be what I would consider the art of detachment. I know that sounds harsh when we are here to learn how to love, although because you put everybody else before you, now this is why you need to learn how to detach, because you are not filling your own cup up in order to be able to be what you need to be out here. You're so busy filling other people's cups that your cup is you're feeding people from an empty cup. That's what I feel, getting that energy of like being the unicorn, being able to frolic around and just love on you. So besides just reading the top of the card, I look at the picture. Now, even though the unicorn seems to be caged, the cage is open. So you are the only one keeping you trapped in that cage, because technically it's open for you to just walk out of it. Um, and that is the key. I mean, not walk out of it. This is the wrong deck, but you can just jump over it. In this deck, you can just jump over it. So like, instead of making things so hard for you to, oh, well, because they're my mom, I can't, or because they're my granddaughter or my cousin, I can't. You have to set your boundaries. You have to free yourself, or else they're always going to be bogging you down. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So, finances and career. So it seems like right now, whomever this card is for, is that your career is more important right now, that you have a financial foundation, a stable financial foundation before you bring other people into your life. Also, this is harvest season. So harvesting from what you have planted will also be a part of it, because this lady is picking. It's not like it's an empty garden. She is picking from the garden. So it may be a short time before you bring somebody into the relationship, because you have already laid down the seeds for your financial success, and now it's coming to fruition. You deserve love. You are lovable. So coming with you deserve love and you are lovable. As you can see, she has like a Cupid's arrow. And this means also, besides loving yourself, you will be receiving love from all around you. There's little children in the background. So you may have like a tribe of people that are going to be on your side in order to help also build this career, to help you tap more into loving yourself and freeing yourself, because people being aligned with you helps you free yourself, and you don't feel like you're alone. Even though we're never alone, some people still feel like they are. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So this is all about loving yourself. This is your journey to love yourself. You're basically supposed to be picturing who you are, who you want to be, in order to to attract this person to you that you're looking for. So if you want a loving person, then you need to be a loving person. If you want a stable person, then you need to be more stable. If you don't want to be in a toxic relationship, then you need to not be toxic. Recognize your own red flags within yourself. Also, let me pull out some other cards that I like to tap into. I don't know if you guys know of Tavis Smiley. I do promote those that I know of. Tavis Smiley used to be an anchor on BET back in the day. I don't know what he's doing now, but this is his deck of cards, and it's called the Empowerment Cards. And I feel as though, you know, giving people words of encouragement, no matter where they are in life, assists them with whatever it is going on. Even if they feel like they're, you know, in the dumps of the dumps, you know, you can always come from that with a couple of words of encouragement. You never know what people are going through. So appreciate the obstacles. I'm going to read it and then I'll flip it over. Each obstacle that you overcome is a stepping stone on your path to greatness. Appreciate the obstacles, for it empowers you to courageously face future barriers in your quest for success. So this is kind of like the Tower card for me. Tapping into this is like the Tower card. Each step that you take is a step in the right direction, even if it's a couple steps back. So tapping into appreciating obstacles in your relationship. Maybe you guys weren't supposed to do this, that, or whatever that was planned, or and instead of arguing about it, then maybe maybe whatever that plan was did not happen for divine design. So if, like, let's just say you guys were supposed to meet at the movies, but the job called in and now you get extra hours. That will be able to assist you in further situations. Recruit a new talent. Surround yourself with people of equal or greater abilities, aptitude, and experiences. Tap into new talent and experience greater growth. Not only will this benefit you, but it will also prosper those around you. So tapping into new talent, basically, like here, technically I'm not new talent, but tapping into new talent, bringing new avenues toward yourself will open up different doors that you didn't think about being open. Just like being here today, we started talking about tarot, and then it went down into spells, and then it also went into other topics, so of dream readings and astrology charts, because technically all of these are branches on the same tree. So is once you tap into certain talent, it may be that tree that you need to branch off from something else. So never be afraid to recognize new talent out there and extend that olive branch to pursue different avenues. Give them what you want. When you give others what they want, you will paradoxically receive what you want. If you want power, empower others. If you want money, give money to others. If you want praise and recognition, give praise and recognition to others. What you do for others will be done for you. So again, that is one of the most famous sayings: treat your neighbor as yourself. So also recognizing that being grateful in the moment for what you have and what other people bring into your life will assist you in appreciating what people have to offer. No one else out here is us. So we cannot expect people to give us the exact same love that we give them or the exact same support that we give them. But we just have to learn how to appreciate what love and support that is out here for us. So knowing that at least that energy is being reciprocated somehow. Let's just say you give somebody $1,000 and they may not have that $1,000 to give you, but every time they see you, they be like, oh, hey, I got this from such and such. And they're always promoting you. That's probably way worth more than $1,000 because they're constantly bringing business to your business. Just because they weren't able to give the funds back in dollar for dollar form does not mean that they did not give back in full force. So also I tap into mudra readings. So doing mudra cards also helps with recognizing that, you know, maybe this is the mudra that you need for today. Doing this, which is the all-in-one mudra, which is one of my favorite ones. This mudra has regenerative and strengthening effects on your whole body. It lights up and clarifies your spirit, and it blossoms from your soul. The fingers on the left are pointing downward, and those fingers on the right are pointing upwards. The contact between the thumb and the index finger on each of them symbols the connection from the human to the consciousness of the cosmos. Throughout the connection with the consciousness of the cosmos, we can give up and surrender our fears, doubts, worries, and daily boundaries in this security of what we call a bond, that we're never alone. We are all one. Connect with your eternal light. My true self reveals itself. I am radiant and in love with the world. So when you realize that, you know, doing these mudras consistently in order to assist you, I normally do this one, but technically, this one is done this way. And it is the balance, it's the yin and yang. It is to bring you um divine peace and joy. So I like to give different mudras because we do a lot of things with our hands and we don't even realize it. Sometimes people are just sitting here thinking like this, not realizing that it's a mudra. So these things are very important to recognize. Body language is one of our first teachers on how to communicate with people. And I'll land there. I'm running out of air.
Apologies, y'all. Apologies, y'all. All right. Had to go wrap it, and I left my cup right there. I will give me something to drink. So, now, so I know when you had gave your contact information earlier, and since then, other people have come in, or somebody's watching the video and they accidentally clicked in the middle. They didn't hear you in the front. Would you share your contact information that people would use to contact you for jewelry, readings, or anything else that you mentioned today, or they may have in mind to contact you and follow up about?
Okay, so my name is Frankiestylez with a Z 37LLC on every platform, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and I answer my messages for the most part. And TikTok. I do have starting a TikTok shop. But for the most part, I just take through the inbox, and depending on how you are able to pay, I have different forms of payment: PayPal, Zelle, Cash App, Chime, and I think I was working on like a Lily. I can't remember the other ones, because people, you know, pay in different methods. So again, that's Frankiestylez with a Z 3711 LLC on many platforms. Mainly IG is where most of my content is. And I'm working on branching out to different platforms. Um, Also, to do readings, normally I do them live on, preferably video to video with people, because there are a lot of scammers out here. So sending audio content and emails and things like that can possibly get tapped into, you know, people wanting to jump in your inbox and say, I'll give you a reading. And also, speaking of that, I don't jump into people's inbox. I will not inbox you and ask you, do you want a reading? Or the message came from the ancestors to tell me to tell you. I feel as though if you want a reading from me, you will find me. besides the fact that my free readings are already put on my different platforms. So if I'm already giving out free readings on my platforms, it doesn't make sense for me to now chase you down in your inbox. Also, I feel divinely guided to do things this way, because I realize like everybody's channel has these scammers, bots, whatever you want to call them. So it is easier to recognize the genuineness of you seeking me out versus me seeking you out. So again, Frankiestylez3711 LLC, Frankiestylez3711 with a Z LLC, Frankiestylez3711 with a Z, Frankiestylez with a Z 3711 LLC on many platforms. Yes, I know I said it 3 times, but sometimes it takes a couple times to pop it into your memory. I appreciate all your likes, shares, subscriptions for my channel, as well as visiting here at Karmic Dynasty in order to tap that bell, like, share, and subscribe as well to help her algorithm. And may you have a prosperous day on purpose. I love y'all to life.